Okay, we've got to fill in the region that's bounded by these three inequalities. So to do that, we're going to draw three lines on the graph that correspond to these three inequalities. So let's take the first one. We've got x plus y is less than 4. Okay, first thing is write it as x plus y equals 4. Okay, let's replace the less than with an equals. Okay, now we've got to draw this line on the graph. So there's a couple of ways you can go about this. I'll show you both. Pick your favourite. The first one is to write it in the form y equals mx plus c. So take the x over here, it becomes minus x. Y equals minus 1x plus 4. Okay? Just taken the x over there by subtracting x on both sides. So it's now in the form y equals mx plus c. So you need a bit of practice at drawing graphs, but ignore the 4 for the moment. The graph y equals minus x goes like this, okay, through 0, 0, 45-degree gradient. So the y equals minus x plus 4 will be that graph moved up to 4, like that. So it will go through 0, 4 and 4, 0. Okay, that's one way of looking at it. To do that, you need to know your basic graphs, like the graph y equals x, or the line y equals x goes like that. The line y equals minus x goes like that. Alternatively, you can choose values of x and see what the y value is. So let's always start with x equals 0. Let's put x equals 0 into this, okay? Or we can put it into this one or that one, it doesn't matter. Let's put it into the original one. They're the same equation after all. So if x is 0, therefore 0 plus y is 4, therefore y equals 4, okay? In this approach, you're getting 2 points, 0, 4. We know that this line goes through the point 0, 4, so we can plot that 0, 4 there. So we know it goes through that point there. And you only need 2 points. This is a straight line. There's no x squareds or y squareds. It's a straight line. It's just x's and y's. So to get the second point, put y equals 0. See what we get. So therefore, if y equals 0, x equals 4. We've got our second point. X equals 4, y equals 0. X equals 4, y equals 0. Okay? So we've achieved the same thing. We know it's a straight line. It goes through these 2 points. So it's time to draw it in. It's going to go like that somehow. Okay? So that's the line x plus y equals 4. Good. Now, did you spot my deliberate mistake? I should really have drawn this line as a dotted line, because this is x plus y is less than 4. If it were x plus y is less than or equal to 4, then you should use a solid line like that. I don't know in the mark scheme if they would mark you down for using a straight line or not, but I'm going to use straight lines because it's going to look neater and easier to understand. But in your exam, you should use a dotted line, okay, if it's less than, and a solid line. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. You should use a dotted line if it's less than, okay, and a solid line if it's less than or equal to. So dotted line should be just less than, solid line less than equal to. But I just want to stress, I'm going to use solid lines because firstly, I forgot as I was drawing it. And secondly, it will be easy it will look neater and easier for you to understand. Anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so that's that one dealt with. Let's change colours. Right, let's do this one next. So again, first approach, write it in the form y equals mx plus c. Actually, first thing is to write it as y equals x minus 1. So replace the greater than with an equals. It's already in the form y equals mx plus c. Okay, so without the minus 1, it's the graph y equals x, which is just this. So y equals x minus 1, dropped down by 1. So it's going to go through 0, 1 there and do something like that. Okay? Could draw that in straight away, no problem with that. But again, I'll show you the picking values of x and y and finding 2 points method. Always a good idea to start with x equals 0. So put x equals 0 and find out what y will be. When x is 0, therefore y equals 0 minus 1 is just minus 1. Okay? So we know it goes through the point 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1. Like I said, it goes through that point there. Okay? Put y equals 0 next. Therefore, 0 equals x minus 1. So therefore, x must be 1. So it goes to the point 1, 0. 1, 0 is there. Those 2 points are quite close together. Ordinarily, you'd like 2 points a bit further apart, like these two. But I'm going to go with it, okay? I could put, no, why not? We've got time. I'll put x equals 4, and let's see what y is, okay? Let's put x equals 4. Therefore, y equals 4 minus 1, which is 3. So it goes to the point 4, 3. X is 4, y 3 is about there. 4, 3 goes to that point there. Okay. Right, let's draw it in. It's not the straightest line in the world, but we'll survive. Okay, there we go. That is the line y equals x minus 1. Good. Right, final one. Change of colour. Y is less than 3x. Right. So, y is less than 3x. First thing, write it as y equals 3x. And then get it in the form y equals mx plus c. It's already in the form y equals mx plus c. Y equals mx, gradient m is 3 plus c, c is 0. Okay, so y is 3x. Well, the line y equals x is similar to this one. It just goes to 0, 0, 45 degrees. Y equals 3x. The gradient will be 3 times that, so it's going to make it go like that somehow. So it's going to be something like this. Okay? Let's put in some values. Start with x equals 0. When x is 0, y equals 3 times 0, so y is also 0. Right? So it goes through 0, 0. Good. Let's put... Well, I was going to say let's put y equals 0, but look, we've already done it. Y is 0, x is 0. So let's get another point up here somewhere. Let's put x equals 4 again. See what we get. When x is 4, therefore y is 3 times 4, y is 12. Okay, well, that's quite high up. So 8, 10, 12, it's going to be there. Okay, x is 4, y is 12. That's about there. That'll do, that's our 2 points. So let's draw it in. Something like that. That's the graph y equals 3x. Y equals 3x. There we go. We have our 3 graphs, and we have to shade in the region that they contain, or surround. Well, here it is. So it's going to be something like that. There we go. That's how it's done. And just to remind you, all of these 3 were greater than or less than. They weren't greater than, less than or equals to, or greater than or equals to. So you should really use dotted lines to draw these, but I've just done it in solid lines, so it looks neater. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I should just say, the reason it's this region, okay, x plus y is less than 4. So if that's the line x plus y equals 4, x plus y is less than 4 is the region below that. Okay, it's obviously going to be this region, right? I'm just explaining why. So the region we're interested in has to be below the green line because it's less than 4. X plus y is less than 4. So this region here. So the region x plus y is less than 4 is this whole region here. Okay? Right. The region y is greater than x minus 1. Greater than, y is greater than, this is y direction, greater than, in that direction, x minus 1. So it's the whole of this region here. Okay, that's the whole of the region of just y is greater than x minus 1. And y is less than 3x. Well, there's the line y equals 3x, so less than 3x is the region below it. So that's the whole of this region here. Okay? And therefore, the only region that satisfies those 3 inequalities is the region on the whole thing which is shaded by all 3. The region that has all 3 colours on it that I've just shaded is the region that satisfies those 3. As you can see, it's only this bit here, this triangle. Because in this triangle, there's green shading there for x plus y is less than 4. There's red shading for y is greater than x minus 1. And there's orange shading for y is less than 3x. So, yeah, you see, I'm sure you see what I'm saying. That's the region.